All right, so I've figured out on the 96 to 98 Chevy trucks how to check your CMP camshaft correlation or offset, or whatever you want to call it, using just my iPhone. And so I thought I'd share. First thing you need to get, they're really cheap, is just a Wi-Fi OBD2 reader. This is the one that I've been able to work with the best. I also bought this one, but it wouldn't hook up to the, it would hook up to the app, but it wouldn't hook up to the car computer, or something to do with protocols. I think it's a common issue with these. So you could try this one if you want. I know this one works. And so I'll put a link to the Amazon link in the description. They're only 25 bucks, I think, something like that. So all you need is that, and then the app you're going to want to get is Dash Command. So it's right there at the top with the 2 gears and stuff. So that's the app you're going to want to get. I believe it's free. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're going to add vehicle. So I've already got mine in here. You just hit the plus button. You can add in a vehicle. So I've got mine here, 96 Chevy 2500. I've got that selected. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug this in. So you plug that in, and then you're going to go over to your settings and see, and make sure, click on OBD2 scanner. And then once that's connected, you're going to open Dash Command and see it's connecting there. Oh, I don't. Gotta have the key on. There we go. And there, now it's connected. So I had to go back in and reselect that. I don't know why it did that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna go over here to Data Grid. Of course, it's not gonna cooperate. There it goes. And then if this pops up, do keep trying Wi-Fi. And then you're going to go down here and hit add PID or PID. And then you're coming tap in, and there it comes up. Cam retard, CMP correlation, that's the custom PID. And then you have to purchase it. So it's like 20 bucks. I think it's $19.99. Oh, I've got to log in. I'll log in real quick and then start this again. All right, so I got all signed in here. You may have to create an account just so it can keep track of what stuff you've purchased and stuff like that. No big deal. So I've already purchased it before for this truck. It's my personal truck. So I should be able to hit restore purchases. I had to disconnect from the from the reader so that it could actually hook up to the internet. Okay, so I had to go in and I had to delete it and re-put it back in. It was just being funny. So you can see here now it's reading at 18 degrees. It's supposed to, your spec is you're supposed to be within plus or minus 2 degrees is where you're supposed to be. I just put a new distributor in this. That's why it's all out of whack. That's why I'm doing this. So now we'll go over to the distributor. Hope I got it in the right gear, because if you get it too far out of the right gear, you can't tune it with the distributor. You have to pull it back out and get it the right tooth. So we're going to go to the distributor, and hopefully we'll be able to get this down to where... Okay, so it's still reading at 18 degrees. And then how you adjust it, just like any other distributor. Come back here. There's a 13, well, explain that. So as you can see, I turned it all the way. We only brought it down to 3.2. So I'm 1 tooth off. So I'm going to have to re-pull the distributor, rotate it a little bit, do one more tune, and then I should be able to get it with this back. So there's a down underneath here, back in here, there's just a 13 millimeter bolt that holds on a little collar that presses down the distributor. So if you're just adjusting it, just loosen it until there's just a little bit of play. You still want it firm so it holds in place. So you just have to loosen that in order to adjust it. I've got to pull this out now. So I'm gonna pull it all out, and then I'm probably gonna have to disconnect my spark plugs in there. Yeah, you gotta pull plug wires. So I'll get it pulled out, get a 1 tooth over, and then hopefully. Right, so you can see how I rotated it all the way to the right. I couldn't go any more, and it was still at 3.8. That means I'm 1 tooth off in the distributor because I can't. So basically, I've got to pull it up and then rotate the actual cam gears, the actual distributor, rotate it 1 tooth to the right. I believe that would be clockwise, and then after I do that, I should be able to have the adjustment to be able to narrow that down in. It was idling kind of high. I'm not sure if it's because of the timing. I also just had the intake off, so there may be a leak or something. I'm not sure, but that's why it was idling high. All right, so I was wrong. I took the distributor cap off. If you have to restab it, oh, come on, focus. It's really the only way to do it is so you can see where the rotor's at, what you're doing. And so if you can't turn it enough to the right, then the rotor needs to go left to compensate for that. So I'm gonna have to pull the distributor out, rotate it left, so counterclockwise 1 tooth, and then we should be all good and should be back together and can recheck it. All right, well, that was a pain in the butt. I've got it turned what I think is 1 tooth. Hopefully it is. Let's fire it up and all right, so I got it restab. You can see now it's at -18. So let's see if we can. It doesn't want to change even though I'm moving. Right in there. I crank it all the way over. We're about within spec. So you want it bouncing around as close to 0 as possible. Right in there. So I went in, snuck that bolt down. We're sitting at 1.7, which is within spec. Sure, I could try to get it closer to 0, but you know what? That's good enough for me, so we're just gonna leave it like that. Well, it's still idling a little weird, so I've got something to figure out there. The timing's right now though, but yeah, that's how you do the CMP correlation, CMP offset with just your iPhone scanner. Probably about 50 bucks, and then I mean you've got a pretty nice scan tool set up as well to read codes, or you can do gauges and stuff on the app, all sorts of fun stuff. So it's worth the investment anyway, and that's how you do it.